Hello there. My name is Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Huchthausen, and welcome to my class on Eservices. If you don't know what Eservices is, it is one of Civil Air Patrol's websites, and we mainly use it for taking tests or looking up regulations and looking at manuals. It's like a whole library of information. So being able to access it is crucial to your CAP career. So to be able to access this website, you're going to type in into your web browser capnhq.gov. Hit enter. This will pull up a sign-in page. You'll see sign-in drop-downs here where you can enter in information. But for now, we're going to look over here more on the right. It says click here to register. So as a first-time user, you have to register. Click that link. It'll take you to a registration page. So fill in your information, hit register. You'll then create a password. So once you've filled all that out and created an account, you can then come back to the sign-in page and fill out all your information. Another thing is right away on the page they give you a few other websites to access. Go civilairpatrol.com. That is one of the big ones that you're going to want to know kind of how to get to. Pretty simple. You don't need to sign in or anything. But something nice is that from this website, you can click right here, Eservices Login. Click that. It'll bring you right back to the Eservices login page. So if you don't remember how to get to Eservices, but you remember how to go civilairpatrol.com, you can access Eservices from civilairpatrol.com. So this is a great website. Check this one out. But we're going to cover Eservices and everything you can need to know about Eservices in general. So once you've filled in your information and click the I am not a robot tab, hit sign in. And right away, you're going to see a bunch of random information. Until you read it, it's not going to make any sense to you. But it makes blatant sense once you've read it. Cadets in your unit, seniors in your unit, right? All members in your unit. So pretty basic stuff. You see a bunch of these. These might be confusing. This is news. So this is all what's going on in Civil Air Patrol. So there's a bunch of just kind of information right away that you can kind of check out right on the home page. Something that I think is pretty cool is that if I go over here to the All Members in Your Unit tab or drop down, I can click on these three numbers. So if I click on that, what it'll do is it'll pull up a page with all the cadets and seniors in my squadron. From this page, I can check these boxes, and what that'll do is it'll then create a list of emails that I can copy and paste. So if I want to send an email to this cadet here, I can check that box and it'll show their email. And then I'm able to copy and paste that into my email service. So this is a pretty cool page to access. Another thing that's pretty cool about the statistics page is that there's this, looks like expandable tab. Click on that. It creates a chart. Excuse me, it'll pull up a few drop downs first. You can click on your squadron, unit only, and then a certain time frame. Then you'll pull up the chart. What this does is it's showing the amount of cadets and seniors in your squadron over time. So this shows April 2020 all the way to today's date. So I can kind of see how many cadets we have and what the change is in when they, if cadets are leaving or if seniors are leaving or if we're getting new cadets and seniors. Another thing that's pretty cool is that it shows your commanders. So the national commander, everyone should know that. General Mark E. Smith, everyone should know that. Region commander, wing commander, group commander, and unit commander. So this is a little bit of useful information. You're not going to always need to know this off the top of your head, but a few of these you really should know. approvals and validations. Not a whole lot goes on there unless you're requesting an approval for maybe a ribbon or a award of some sort. News, like I said, this is kind of where you can see what's going on in the wing. So as of October 7th, 2020, if I click on this, this is going to pull up a little snippet of information. Tells me that national headquarters are going to be closed in observance of Columbus Day. So little just information pockets. Kind of cool, right? So not necessarily stuff that you have to always look at each and every one, but just some basic information. Here under favorite apps, you're able to, I'll show you in a bit, but you're able to, in a sense, like star certain pages that you like, and in a sense, like tag them to your home page. So that way you don't have to go searching for them, and you can just click right here. And then Hubcap, that brings you to another part of Civil Air Patrol's website. So that's kind of cool. You're able to look at some more information, kind of some, looks like documents, all kinds of information. So homepage, there's a lot of stuff to look at. Down here at the bottom, you're going to see Civil Air Patrol sites. These are all the websites that you're going to ever go to for from Civil Air Patrol. Downloads, flashcards, a few different options here. And then contact us, different ways to contact CAP in general. If I click here, this is going to pull up a page with national headquarter contacts, right? So then I can contact these senior members if for some reason I had to. So that's pretty cool. These are here the ways that you can follow Civil Air Patrol: Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, and Newsfeed. So it looks like you can follow the Newsfeed. Few different just links you can click here. This stuff here, you know, not stuff that you have to always really pay attention to. It's not changing, but easily accessible links is what those are. So that's just about it that you're going to see on the home page. Up on the top left, you'll see the menu, and then up on the top right, you'll see little question mark. This is going to give you the Eservices introduction and the AMRAD overview. So this is the tutorials page. So then you can watch those, and those will kind of give you also a run through of Eservices. But other than that, the home page is pretty basic. But you can go up here to the top left and click on menu, and from here I can search for maybe a manual or something. Like if I'm looking for the uniform manual, I might look up, let's see, 39-1, and right there, CAP uniform manual. Click on that, and this will pull up a PDF of the Civil Air Patrol's uniform manual, right? So really quickly, you can access information. So that's pretty cool. There's a ton of drop downs here. Each one kind of has its own pocket of information. So a lot of, like I said, a lot of information. It's like a whole library. Something, I'll just kind of point out some of the more important ones, or maybe some that I think are more relevant towards newer cadets. Something that I noticed a while back is that CAP Magazine Admin, this will take you to a page where you can sign up for Civil Air Patrol's magazine. So that's pretty cool. Then you'll receive the magazine. I think it's maybe every quarter or something like that. So that's cool. Not a whole lot here that I would say is relevant to new cadets, but if you really want to check it out, go ahead. There's a lot of information here. And I have only got so much time to show you, so we're just going to cover some of the more relevant ones. So aerospace education, this one's got some neat stuff. Here you can see some handbooks, aerospace education specialty track guide. So they're like schedules and guides that are oriented towards aerospace. The CAP model rocketry program, that'll give you a PDF on the rocketry program, just information about it. So I would say aerospace has some relevant information that is totally worth checking out. So definitely check out aerospace education. Cadet programs, this one is probably the #1 tab that you're going to ever use. This is where you're able to access cadet encampment assistance program, so scholarships for CAP. You're also able to access cadet promotions track report. What this is a PDF. Oh, and it's going to pull up down here, isn't it? Let's see. I'll pull that up in a minute. Cadet promotions track report. So what that is a chart that shows you when you promoted, what your scores were, what you need to do for your next one. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I think. Here we go. So, there we go. So once that is pulled up, see, then I can look at when I promoted, what my scores were. So that's very commonly used. So definitely check that out. Another thing is going to be the cadet staff handbook. Once you've started to kind of move from your learning phase into leadership phases, you're going to start to use this more. This is a PDF again. Cadet staff handbook gives you, like I said, a lot of information just on what you're kind of expected as staff members, and yeah, just a really, really great PDF. CPP, Cadet Protection Policy, that you'll have to probably take if you start to staff, wing events, or maybe even your squadron requires it. So that is kind of like a protection policy. That's what it's called. So cadet programs has a lot of cool information. Chaplain, finance, historian, not a whole lot to check out here. If you're interested in this, definitely check it out. There's relevant information that you can look at, and but for this class, not something that we're going to go dive into. Information technology, you're able to access Hubcap from here. So that's kind of nice. Inspector General, again, not a whole lot here. So logistics, this is where you're going to be able to check out some of the like vehicle logs and management, stuff like that. Maybe for like your O-Flight or cap vans and stuff. Again, not a lot that's relevant for cadets, but if you really want to check it out, go ahead. Online learning, this is another one of the really big tabs that you're going to use a lot. You're able to see cadet online testing, learning management system, and the CAP online courses and exams. So these are really, really, really useful tabs to know where they're at. So if I click on cadet online testing, this will take me to the cadet online testing page. From here, I can then check on the left, overview, leadership tests, aerodimensions test, journey of flight, milestone tests, and certificates. Overview, this is just a page where it kind of gives you, again, an overview of what this kind of section of Eservices is. Leadership tests, you have to take a leadership test for, I believe, every one of your promotions. So that's where you'll access this. It'll give you the information that you need to know about the test. Same with arrow dimensions test. Same thing. You can click on this link. That'll take you to the testing page. If I click on this link, I have to then acknowledge that I am the correct cadet taking the test, and that'll take me to a page where then I can hit yes, I would like to take the test, and then I can take the test. So definitely a page that you'll use a lot. You can get back to Eservices by clicking up here, Eservices. Right, that'll take you back to the home page. Where were we? Back to online learning? Yes. So learning management system. I believe this takes you to the kind of an overview. So this shows you what tests you have kind of completed or taken. So you can see, let's go, I don't know, here. So for like recruiting, they've got a few, looks like a webinar that you can watch. So once you watch that, you'll get a check by it. You can also see, so under cadet programs milestone, see this is going to show that I've completed my Wright Brothers. So this is kind of like a big checklist. Shows you what you have and haven't completed. The emergency services section. Yeah, just a lot of all the tests that you can take. So that's a pretty cool page. Again, back right up here, Eservices. That'll take you back to the home page. So other than that, online learning, I would say that's just about all you're going to need to know and check out. That's the majority of it. Operations, not a whole. There's a lot here, but not a whole lot that you'll really need to know about. WMERS 2.0, that's for O flights. Maybe if you've taken an O flight, you'll know what that is. So a few different links here. There's an aircraft ground handling training that you can click on. This takes you to learning management system, but the course is not there. So sadly, some of these links are not, in a sense, active. So you can click them, but they won't take you anywhere. Personnel, a lot of information here, but not a lot that you'll really need to pay attention to much of. Maybe on the bottom here, there's a few different PDFs on awards and ribbons, but again, this is not really relevant to newer cadets. So there's a few different sections that you can read here, but check it out if you'd like. Yep, not a lot there. Professional development. Still a few different links that you can click on. Not all of these are active. This one is. So this just shows you kind of where like websites you can use, where you can start. So kind of what to do right away. So other than that, a few more here. Public affairs. I think most of these are inactive. Nope. So this one here shows you the national headquarters, I believe, public affairs team. So if you're really interested in public affairs, check this one out. Kind of browse through it, see what you can figure out. Yeah, a few different regulations and resources there. Reports. Again, not a whole lot. The cadet promotions track report. You can access this here, but you can also access it right here, cadet promotions track report under cadet programs. So reports is not really relevant. Same with resources, and then same with safety. You can check them out. It might be cool to you, but for this course, we're not going to dive into those. So that's everything you're going to see on the left at the menu tab. Up on the top right, you're going to see my account. From here, you can click on general information, contacts. You can log out from here. You can click on your favorites if you don't really want to click here, you can go here. Qualifications that you have. You can manage your widgets. So these are your widgets. These kind of drop downs, the statistics, commanders, approvals, news, favorites, and hubcap. Those are widgets. So you can manage your widgets. This will take you to a page where you can either remove them or like change the order that you would like to see them in, right? Or you can go and add widgets. There aren't many to choose from. I've got them all out, so there aren't any for me to add. But that's where you access kind of how to change up your homepage, Eservices settings, and the tutorials. From here, I would say that you can check out your, qualifications. This one's pretty cool. This shows you your qualifications. Obviously, not a whole lot here for me. I don't have any pilot qualifications or any of the rest. I have one emergency services qualification, and that I can see is right here. So qualifications tab is pretty neat. In my case, I don't have much there, so I don't use it much. But if you have a bunch of qualifications, this is definitely a page to check out. So that's pretty cool. You're able to change some of your general information and stuff like that. Not going to go there because that's private information that I don't need sharing to the whole world. So you can click on those and check out some information about yourself. And that's the majority of what's kind of over here that you're going to be using. The other thing I want to point out is favorites. From this plus here, you can click on that, and this is going to pull up all the regulations. So regulation is going to have an R in front of it and then a number, like a manual. Let's see if there's a manual here. Doesn't look like they have any manuals. A manual is going to have an M in front of it, and the P, I believe, stands for pamphlet. So you can kind of see, kind of divide, which ones are regulations, which ones are like links to different pages. I have obviously starred Cadet Online Testing. You can just click that star, right? And Cadet Promotions Track Report. Now, let's say I was really wanting to be able to access the CAP Magazine admin. I star that, right? And then I go back to Eservices. And there it is, CAP Magazine admin. I click on that. That'll take me to the CAP Magazine admin page. Now, I don't necessarily want that, so I'm going to not star it. But you can star as many as you want. You could star every single one. It's really up to you and what your personal preference is. So, to kind of close this off, definitely check out Cadet Programs. This is one of the really kind of cool sections. You'll see a lot that's relevant to you as new cadets. And then online learning, that's also a really cool one. Aerospace education, check that one out. And then if you really want to, you can follow CAP down here. That'll take you to their social media or their page. So definitely check some of this stuff out. There's a lot of information here. It doesn't all need to be looked at because it's most of it's not necessarily relevant to you at this time. But definitely check out some of the pages I highlighted. You'll need to know how to access those and be able to make your way through Eservices. There's a lot here, and it can be kind of overwhelming, but then again, whatever you want to find is going to be here, and it's just easy, accessible information. So definitely a website to check out and use a lot. I use it all the time. If I don't know one of my cadets' contact information, I can, like I said, go to cadets in my unit, and then I can just get their email. So definitely a website to use a lot. This pretty much wraps up this class. Pretty simple, just giving you kind of a quick overview of what Eservices is. Not super difficult website to navigate. There's not a whole lot here coming at you, big flashy things. It's very simple, gives you links, and if it's not blue or if it doesn't turn yellow, it's not a link. And there's only a few different things you can click on, but like I said, then once you open things up, you can find tons of information. So that should be about everything that I have for the Eservices class. Thank you for watching.